Hi, this is Kamera Points in the Bible, day number 122, First Chronicles chapter 6. Levi. Levi was the son of Israel. And his lineage, his descendants, were not given a portion of the lands in the promised land. Their portion, their allotment, their inheritance is God, to serve God. Levi's sons, who he bore, were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Kohath, now Scripture's going to show you each one of their lineage and all, but Kohath, he actually had a son named Amram. He had a few sons, but Amram happens to be the father of Aaron, Moses, and Miriam. Aaron's sons, they had a specific job, and their job was to present offerings on burnt offerings on the altar, incense in connection with all that was supposed to have been done in the most holy place. Also, their whole point making atonement for Israel. That's their job, bringing Israel back into the good grace of God. So Aaron's sons were the only one who were allowed to do that. They were the priests. Now the other Levites, their fellow Levites, they were assigned to all the other duties of the tabernacle, the house of God. And so Scripture goes over the descendants of Levi, all the descendants of Levi, and certain duties. For instance, you had the musicians. Now, you had David, who implemented the musicians. So you have the musicians. It's good to look through the lineages to see where everybody was. I really do enjoy looking through them. It can be tedious at times. When I first started reading the Bible, I was like, oh my God, this person got that, but got that, but got that, but got that person. But as you read the Bible, you see where they all fit. You really appreciate that genealogy. You really do. So remember that the Levites did not get an allotment of land, but the other tribes were commanded to give the Levites towns and pasture lands. So Scripture goes over those tribes, what they gave to the Levites. So you'll see that in there as well. They were also to give the cities of refuge as well. Yeah. So Scripture shows us the lineage of the priests. And remember, the priest was over all of Israel. But when Judah and Israel separated, when Israel went his own way and left Judah, Jeroboam, he created his own idols, and he appointed his own priests. Anyone who wanted to be a priest, they could be a priest in Israel. So you'll see that all the priests, God's priests, were under Judah. But you'll see the lineage all the way from Aaron, who was the first high priest, all the way down to the last priest before the exile. His name is Jozadak, and he was deported. When the Lord sent Judah and Jerusalem into exile in the hands of Nebuchadnezzar. You guys know why they were put in exile. So there's some good stuff in here, guys. Make sure you read it. Some good stuff. If there's any points, I feel that God wanted us to see all of that. So if there's any points you'd like to add, please place them in the comments area. That's Points in the Bible, day number 122, First Chronicles chapter 6. You have a God-filled, blessed day.